Hello everyone, and welcome. I'm VelvettB, and thanks for joining me today for a Suburban family home speed build. So this is a limited back speed build, and we have grown together, get together, high school years, and eco lifestyle. So 4 packs, and we are off and away just like that. So if you haven't been to the channel before, I'm Velvet. I am a Sims player from New Zealand. I stream and YouTube, and as you're on YouTube, I assume that you figured that out. So yay. And I adore the Sims. My very favorite thing to do in the Sims is to build. So that is what we're up to today, but I don't mind a bit of gameplay. I really love gameplay, and also CAS as well, so you'll see me doing that from time to time as well. I just don't know if I'm as good as at the old CAS as I am at building, but I give it a good old college try. I try my very velvety best. And today we are building in the beautiful world of San Sequoia. And what actually inspired me for this build is the house next door. So you can sort of see that off to the left there. And basically, I was inspired to build a house that looked like it came from a Sims neighborhood. And I don't know if you've ever looked at these houses that kind of sit there off in the world already pre-made. So they're just part of the world. They're not on editable lots. Oh my god. The words coming out of my mouth are jumbled and unfortunate. So yeah, anyway, I was inspired by the house next door. And I don't know if you've ever looked at them, but they are actually significantly smaller than when you build the house yourself. So like I'm building a 2-story sort of craftsman style suburban kind of home, right? Exactly the same as the house next door. But when you look at my house compared to the house next door, my house is giant, like compared to that one. Like I don't know what some of their sizes, but yeah, same sort of height and everything like that. It just feels like so much bigger than what their houses are in the pretend house world. So I don't know what's up with that. It's kind of weird. I honestly didn't really notice or pay much attention to that until I started to build this, and my build turned out like quite a bit bigger. Like it's not like a huge difference. It's just significant enough for me to notice it anyway. So I am building like a little garage off to the side, so you can see that there. And the way that I actually created that sloped driveway is you actually use a roof. Now there is a little trick to this, because if you have one of those roofs connected to the house and you make changes to the house, like you delete a room or something like that, will quite often delete that roof as well. So basically I've found, and I don't know if this is 100% foolproof, but I found like it's better if you actually place down the roof. So it's just like half gable roof, right? And you, rather than have like the wall part of the roof, so underneath the roof you have the wall solid part, and then you have the eaves sticking out. So make sure that those wall parts of the roof do not touch the house, and that you just extend the eaves on the both sides and the front and back, so that you have them positioned at the height and the size that you want, rather than stretching the full roof out and the wall part of the roof touches the house. Just extend the eaves so they touch the house, and then you'll have less issues with that fake driveway deleting itself. So that's just a little tip from Velvet, who has discovered this as being an issue from time to time, and it deleting itself. It's actually, I was doing another build and I did the same kind of trick there, and I noticed that it kept deleting itself when I was making changes in like different parts of the lot, and I was like, oh, that's irritating. And then I thought about it, and I was like, right, it might be because of the way that the roof part of the roof, or the wall part of the roof, is touching the house. So I experimented with this particular build, and by extending the eaves on both sides, I didn't have any problems with that roof deleting. So I feel like that kind of fixed that issue. So yeah, you learn these things along the way, don't you? And it's probably something that a lot of people are going to do, Velvet, and I'm like, well, I wasn't doing those kind of, I haven't done those kind of driveways for I don't know how long. Like, I remember doing one way back in the your time of Velvet building, like ages and ages ago. But I haven't really been doing them, but I saw someone doing one, I don't know, recently, and it kind of reminded me of the trick, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to get back into that. So I did, and that was the result. That's the story of driveways. Of all the things to fixate on, honestly. Anyway, the house is actually coming together on the exterior. So this is actually a family suburban home, as it says in the title. So the idea is that it was going to kind of fit in with the area that it's situated in. So you can sort of see that in the way that it's built. It's very much grown together on the outside, as far as like the shingles on the wall and the stone that I chose as well. So very grown together. I'm using the get together windows. I felt like they worked really nicely. The grown together windows, the problem I had with those is I did look at them for this build, but I felt like they were a little too modern for the style that I was kind of going for on the outside. I was going for something like a little bit more, I guess, traditionalish, and yeah, as I said, like a little bit more of a craftsman kind of style on the exterior. So that's what I ended up doing. On the inside of the house, and you can see I just created a garage door on the interior as well. I did end up starting to put a car in here, and then I changed my mind because the packs that I chose actually had quite a lot of hobby stuff in there, and I was like, with the businesses and hobbies pack that is coming out this week, the new expansion pack from The Sims 4, I was like, you know what I want to do? I want to create a hobby garage. So this is a converted garage that has been converted to a hobby area. So in this converted garage, you've got woodworking, you've got a fizzy juice station. Is that a fizzy juice station? I always thought that was cottage living. Is that eco lifestyle? No way, because I didn't use cottage living in this build. Huh. Anyway, fizzy juice, an easel for art, and also a candle making station. Seriously, I thought there was always cottage living. It's just hitting me now. Anyway, so yeah, so you got like 4 different hobbies: woodworking, fizzy juice, yeah, easel, and candle making. So 4 different hobbies that you can do in your garage to maybe create a business with. So I thought that was going to be super cute for businesses and hobbies. So if you wanted to convert that into a business area, then there's a good chance that you could. Something to think about. Now, the interior. The interior of this house. I skipped over a bit, like quite a lot of time, where I tried to figure out the floor plan. And I just couldn't, I don't know what was up with my brain, but it just was just not producing a floor plan for me. So I was like, stuff it. Stuff the floor plan. I'm just going to start building. So I knew where the lounge was going because I had a little place for the fireplace. So I was like, right, I know where that's going. So I'm just going to start building the lounge, and then the rest of the floor plan will just come together. Like, seriously, normally I don't struggle too much with floor plans, but in this case, it just couldn't, my brain just wasn't there. I don't know what was up with that, but I just couldn't do it. Because I think perhaps because it really was quite a big, just large square, and it's just a bit of a struggle just to find my shape, or I don't know. Anyway, so what I've done is I've created kind of an open section, and this is going to be your living, dining, and kitchen. So you can sort of see where the kitchen is going in there. So I'm using the new base game kitchen items, or the kitchen cabinets, combined with the grown together oven and fridge. Why we didn't get matching cabinets with grown together is always going to be a mystery, but I did not need to solve that mystery today because we've got a lovely, beautiful cabinet that works with that set anyway. From base game. And I'm actually just using, now I really like this idea, by the way. I'm using 2 top cabinets. This is the same base game set, and I'm combining them together, and then they're both the 2 end top cabinets, and I'm combining them to create like a little station, because both of those end cabinets have like little bits of clutter on them. So they look super cool as like just this extra little table section in the kitchen. I was just like, yeah. I love that idea. So I was really proud of myself for that idea. Also, if you ever want to put items on top of a microwave, here's how you do it. Okay, essentially you need like a cube or the base game towel rack, and you need to line up the shelf of that you're going to use to transfer the items with the top of the microwave. Move the microwave and the cabinet out of the way so they don't snap, and then basically use the cube to choose your clutter and float them over to the place where they would sit on top of the cabinet, on top of the microwave, and then you put the microwave back. And voila, you have clutter on top of a microwave. It can just be a little bit tricky because the items will quite often snap to the cabinet underneath the microwave if you don't know the trick of how to actually do that. So there you go. And I'm just filling out the rest of the space in the living room area with like extra seating and bits and pieces like that, and just creating an entrance area, or sort of a small kind of entrance area. I didn't go overboard with the entrance area at all, but I did put the burglar alarm in. I'm just remembering right now, I did forget the light switches. I did remember the rubbish bin, and I did remember the mailbox. So, you know, and I did remember ceilings. So, you know, just forgetting one out of the very many big list of things that I often forget is not too bad. It's not too bad. And downstairs, so we've got one bathroom downstairs, two bathrooms upstairs, and it's a total of, I want to say 5 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms. No, 4 bathrooms, no, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. And this is a 30 by 20 lot, but it is a horizontal 30 by 20 lot, so just keep that in mind. I really wish there was a way that they would distinguish from the world map view between a horizontal lot and a vertical lot, if that makes sense. Like a 30 by 20 lot, it can come in 2 different, you know, varieties because it's not a square lot. So, wish they did. Anywho, at this point, I am making my own nursery wallpaper, and now I just skipped back to the kitchen because I had an idea. It's like, hang on, pause the nursery. I've got to go back to the kitchen because I had like quite a bit of wall space up the top, and I also I changed the wall height as well. So if you see me shift things around, it's because I changed the wall height from small to medium, because I was kind of looking at the front of the house and it's just like, nah, that needs to be a medium wall on the bottom. It's looking a bit squat. So yeah, this is why I'm changing the height of the curtains and bits and pieces. And a couple of things disappeared when I changed the wall height, because of course they did. You know, you can't just change the wall height and have everything stay where you put it. I mean, gosh, why would that happen? I don't know. And because I'm using Eco Lifestyle, I'm taking advantage of the fact that I have the Eco Lifestyle wall slats just to create like, I don't know, different looks in different places. So you sort of saw me using them behind the oven just to create like a little backsplash for behind the oven and up above the kitchen as well. They're so useful, those things. And I wish we had more things like that in The Sims, where, you know, we had more building just things, basic things like poles and that sort of thing that we could just like, you know, morph into whatever we wanted them to be, if they make sense. I just want more of that. Anyway, this is the little sort of toddler room that has the clouds, and I just made those out of decals and did the wallpaper that way. Then this is the kids' room in here. I'm just doing some mirrors on the wall just to fill the blank wall space, to be honest, because there's a lack of pictures to choose from. So I went with mirrors. There's a trick for you. If you are struggling with pictures, just go with a mirror. They're quite a good option, and stack them up. So in the bedroom, this I felt like was the boys' bedroom, and I went with blue and purple just to match the bed, basically. And because I was using limited packs, there was actually a real lack of patterned wallpaper, just to mix up the blank walls a little bit, which is what I wanted to do. And you look, I'm not the biggest fan of the square geometric wallpaper. That's a base game wallpaper. The swatch that I've chosen, however, is like the blue one, is probably my favorite out of all the swatches. There's this rainbow swatch in that wallpaper, and I just despise it. I don't like it at all. I think it's terrible. But the blue one is actually not too bad with the geometric shapes. It's quite cool. It's like quite a retro kind of look, but I felt like it really worked in this room for this boy, and I mixed that with the purple wall on the other side, and that just really worked with the bed. And then I pulled that in with the couch. I am using, you would have seen it in the nursery as well, the blast from the past event couch that we got, you know, like the blow up kind of plastic couch. So I was like, oh, this is the perfect time to use it, like in a family house. And it's totally the kind of thing that you would so put in a kid's room. So I was like, or, you know, if you're doing a fancy retro house, it would be cool there as well. But I thought it worked so nicely with these kids' rooms. So I was like, yeah. And then upstairs, we have 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. So at the moment, it looks like 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, but I added an extra bathroom. You'll see it emerge. It's fine. I promise there is 2. So again, I'm just going with the same colors in the shared areas as I use downstairs, which is the light colored Eco Lifestyle wood floor, and then one of the plain blue base game walls. And then this is a little trick I picked up from Pretty Poison. I was just watching one of her older build videos recently, and she was happened to be making a bathroom, and I saw her do this trick with the kitchen islands, right? So what I've done is I've reversed around a kitchen island, so the sticky out bit is up against the wall, and when they're turned around, you can actually put the sink on the closer side, as I've done, and then in behind the counter, it leaves you space to put clutter. Isn't that genius? And I've never ever thought of doing that, and I was just watching. This is why you watch speed builds, by the way, people, because you can pick up so many ideas from just watching them, and you just go ka-chink in your brain. I'm gonna steal that. And that was an instance of that where I was just watching and I saw that, and I was just like, yes, I'm going to be using that. I love the idea of having these counters and then having a space on the back side of the sink to actually add your clutter. And I was like, whoa, that's genius. Why have I never thought of that? I just hadn't. Turns out. But I'm definitely going to be using that, so keep an eye out for more of that counter island action. So this is the first of 2 double bedrooms in this house. Now, I didn't really make this teenage or age specific or anything like this. I just felt like this could either be a master bedroom, or it could be a guest bedroom, or maybe it could be grandma's bedroom, or I don't know, or even a teenage bedroom. I didn't make it really super teenagey or anything like that. I just sort of left that. So, you know, you can kind of make up your own mind what or who kind of lives in there. I did want to use this retro television though on the edge of that desk. I was just like, oh yes, that's going to fit perfectly there, and just looks super cute. So maybe this is just Barbie's bedroom. Like randomly Barbie's just come to stay with his family. I don't know why, but she would love this bedroom because it's like so cute and pink. It's lovely. And I love that honeycomb wallpaper that I use, and that's actually from high school years. Actually, that whole bedroom is very high school years, with the exception of, I think, the rug. Yeah. The exception of the rug and the fireplace. This is a very high school years room. And yeah, anyway, I love that honeycomb wallpaper. It's really nice in the white. I do find the other swatches a lot harder to use. Like the coloured ones, I think you could probably do in the right kind of room, like a kid's room perhaps, but the white one is actually really nice and reminds me of the flooring that I used in the bathroom. So this is the second bathroom upstairs that I'm creating. So it originally was not going to be in the build, but I just kind of felt like I had the space for it. So I was like, you know what, let's do it. So I did. So this bedroom here, this is the one I considered to be the master bedroom, just because it had the walk-in wardrobe and did have the ensuite bathroom with it. This room evolved quite a lot. I went through so many colors on the wall because I was really looking for something a little bit more decorative on the walls as far as a pattern, and I was struggling. I was really struggling with that. So yeah, I got there in the end, but yeah, wallpaper was definitely the hardest part, I think, for me with decorating this house. Just finding things that would be a little bit more interesting on the walls. Yeah, just with the packs I chose. I think if I'd had Love Struck or Life and Death, then I feel like that would have been a whole other different story. But because I didn't have those packs, yeah, it was definitely a lot more of a challenge. Anyway, we are coming to the end of this build. As you can see, this is sort of evolving, and I will change the bedroom, the bit behind the bed as well. So you'll see me do that in a minute, because I decided I didn't like the leaves. But yeah, that's about it. So big thank you for watching. I hope you guys have had fun. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, all of those good things. They are free, and I appreciate them. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.